Good evening folks, just another Amiga related video for you this evening. Firstly we're going to have a look at this Christmas 1993 edition of Amiga format. This issue was substantially thicker than the usual edition and came with a couple of great cover discs, but most notably Cannon Soccer, which was a mashup of, as it says there, Sensible Soccer and Cannon Fodder. A really good cover disc, and I enjoyed playing this. But inside there's an advert for Hobbite Computing Limited, who were based in St Albans, and at the time, back in 1993, had been established for a whole 9 years. But if we look at this part of the advert, it shows you the Amiga 600 and 1200 hard drive upgrade prices, and if we look at the 40 megabytes, £145 for that, for 40 megabytes. So in comparison to today's 2 and 3 terabyte drives, which you can pick up for £50 or £60, you just cannot compare. So that brings us on to what we're going to be looking at tonight, and indeed it is a 40 megabyte Amiga hard drive. Now I'm not sure if this was original equipment in the Commodore A1200. I certainly took it out of an A1200 as it was just clicking and it's basically totally dead. Yeah, so this is how it comes mounted in the Amiga. Obviously it's screwed into this caddy, if you like, and this fits underneath the keyboard, and the keyboard, as you can see by the angle of this, sort of rests on top of that to give it a little bit more support. Yeah, so it's just held on with a couple of screws, and this is the drive. So let's see, 40 megabytes, not gigabytes, megabytes. And it's a big, chunky, solid drive, despite being only 2.5 inches. So yeah, let's have a quick look around the board. So this is made by Quantum, and they've got their own Quantum chipset on there. We've got a couple of Hitachi, and I think that maybe Fairchild, NEC. Fairly different, different chip manufacturers all over the board. That looks like Texas Instruments. So yeah, various manufacturers on there, and yeah, so I just thought we'd tear this apart anyway and see what's inside, because no doubt back in the day many people did wonder what was inside. Opened it up not realising that what they did was probably irreparable damage, and they would have to spend another several £100s on another hard drive. So no excuses, there's warranty seals all over this, saying void if broken. Of course it is. And yeah, let's just let's chat and let's get cracking on with it. So what I'm going to do first is I'll just release these zero insertion force connectors. I should have prepped some tools, but never mind. Obviously do not use a sharp knife if you're doing this on equipment that you're repairing, because you'll just damage them. This is an interesting one. It's a similar type connector, however this one's got a sort of plastic guard, so it prevents the clip from opening and protects the ribbon cable on the side. But I've never seen that before, but that just simply clips off. And we'll just pull that out as well. And I think that's it connector wise. We may have some sort of pogo pin type connector there that just makes contact when the board's secured by screws. But other than that, that's about it. So I'll just cut these warranty seals as well, because I'm pretty sure this is well out of warranty. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and we'll go ahead and take it off. Using my Weir screwdrivers, highly recommend these if you haven't seen me talking about them in another video. Really superb quality screwdrivers. I cannot recommend them highly enough. My wife got me these for my birthday because I'm a little bit weird, so yeah, but they are superb. They're even better when you get the right one out. What's good about them is I like this sort of rubberized part here. So once you've actually cracked the screw, you can just use your fingers on that, and they come out really easily. Of course, as soon as we open this up, now this is obviously just the this isn't going to actually expose us to the actual drive itself. This is just taking the control board off the back, and that's it. Oh, so yeah, I thought that was maybe some pogo pins, but it's actually you know, just a socket for this chip in here, which is, let me take this off. Some Texas Instruments made in Singapore. Yep, so that's the control board. We've got our 2.5 inch ID connector there, which obviously carries the power as well. A few surface mount components on that side. Yeah, and the control chips and that I've already showed you. So onto the drive itself then. We've got we've got a bit of foam protection, and if I just press on there, you can see that it's just take my fingerprint. It's perished and got all manky, and then a piece of insulation. And the actual drive itself is fairly light. This is a cast alloy or something like that. Quite light. And then there's 4 torque screws, possibly 5. There's usually a screw underneath the label, but we'll take out the 4 screws and see if that lets us get in. Yep, and that's all that's holding it on. And there we have it. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Hopefully you will be able to, but there's obvious lines and scoring, especially here. So yeah, just about a centimetre out from the centre. Yeah, there's some obvious scoring. In fact, the scoring all across it. Yeah, pretty bad. And there's also what appears to be, and I'm just going to touch this with my finger. Yeah, there appears to be some sort of mould on the actual surface of the disc. If I show you here, quite hard to see. Yeah, just here, and there's another bit just here. And when this was spinning, it was obvious that in fact, that's why it was making a clicking noise. The head from this arm has fused itself onto the hard disk platter. So the clicking noise as it was going round, well, it's just popped off now, but it was just that clicking noises that was you know, flying around underneath it. On here we've got some quite powerful neodymium magnets, 2 of those underneath usually, and there is a coil on the end of this arm, and this flat flex cable connected to the control board is what controls where the head is on the platter at any one time. For some reason it's not wanting to move, but we can try and take this down maybe a little bit more. Be careful if you're doing this, if you'll do this yourself, because sometimes these neodymium magnets, they are very powerful, and sometimes they can smash together and trap your fingers, and I'm telling you that through experience. So yeah, be very careful when taking these off. These aren't too powerful. But that shows you the coil I was telling you about. and indeed this has got a lock on it, so that's why the the arm wasn't moving along the surface of the disc. So that's actuated actually now that it's off. Excuse me. There's a small coil on that flat flex there, which obviously pulls that out when required to allow free movement of the arm, and to get the heads across the platter. So might as well just keep going on then. Take the arm off, and there we go. The arm, the underside of the coil. And if we see, I'll just bend this up. You saw one of the heads flying off, but there's two heads, one for either side. And inside, excuse me, that's where obviously the disc itself, 40 megabytes would be stored on that. And there's a nice machined spindle that goes onto this motor under here, which is sort of excuse me, epoxied in, or held in quite securely. Very difficult to get these out. And then there's the underside there with the more neodymium magnets. And you see, quite powerful. So guys, that's it. Just thought it was maybe an interesting video for you, for those of you who have not seen inside a hard drive. Maybe not even inside a vintage Amiga hard drive. But if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you soon. See you later, bye.